Peace and love, everybody out there. It's Mike Davis with another video for you guys. Now, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just a messenger giving you information that I have obtained through my considerable amount of research. And I've decided to relinquish caffeine. You know, I got a book called Caffeine Blues, and it elaborates on the dangers of caffeine, because a lot of you guys might not know that caffeine is a psychoactive drug. Regardless how you look at it, caffeine is a drug. It's the other white powder, which has similarities to cocaine and amphetamines. It's a central nervous system stimulant, you know, and it's addictive, and it does damage to the body. It does. I mean, you are under the assumption that when you drink coffee or anything with caffeine that you're getting energy. It's not energy. It is the fight or flight response. You know what I'm saying? Like, the evolutionary thing that, you know, we evolved to adapt to any stressor that is coming from the environment. So it's not energy that you are having, it's the fight or flight response. You know, your adrenal glands is secreting stress hormones, and it's flooding the blood, and it's pervading all throughout your body. Your adrenal glands secretes cortisol, adrenaline, and noradrenaline. You see what I'm saying? Your heart pumps faster to deliver blood more rapidly to the bodily systems to prepare you to fight or flight. You see what I'm saying? Your veins constrict just in case you're injured. You won't lose copious amounts of blood. So your veins constrict. Your heart beats faster, which causes hypertension. And when you're in a constant state of stress, your adrenal glands is going to be exhausted, and they're not going to be able to produce any more adrenaline. So you're going to suffer from chronic fatigue syndrome. See what I'm saying? Your digestive system is going to be significantly impaired, because in the midst of a dangerous situation, which the body thinks it's actually happening, digestion isn't a priority. See what I'm saying? So secretion of digestive acids is reduced, peristalsis is reduced, digestion as a whole is reduced. Okay? And this is because of the fight or flight response. And caffeine, because caffeine elicits the fight or flight response. Caffeine, it blocks adenosine receptors. That's what gives you another way it gives you energy, because it blocks adenosine receptors. And that's how we actually get tired, because as we go throughout our day, adenosine builds up in our brain, produces us to have a more calm, relaxed, and the more it accumulates, the more calmer and sleepier you get. But see, adenosine and caffeine, they share the same molecule structure, which means they look alike. So caffeine binds to the receptor of the adenosine, and it blocks adenosine from binding to that receptor, because caffeine is already there. So adenosine can't do its job. So your brain, your neurotransmitters communicate rapidly. That's why when you're caffeinated, you have random rapid thoughts. Like your thoughts is just speed. You know, your thoughts are increasingly rapid. And it blocks GABA. It don't block GABA receptors, but it lowers GABA receptors in the brain. And GABA receptors are inhibitory neurotransmitters. So you have excitatory neurotransmitters, like glutamate, that makes your brain go fast. Your thoughts go real fast to make you go fast, you know what I'm saying? And then you have inhibitory neurotransmitters. They calm the mind and they calm the body subsequently. Okay, so when you drink caffeine, you block GABA, which is the primary inhibitory neurotransmitter. I mean, I could go all day. I could go all day, man, about the dangers of caffeine. You know, for real, like one video will not do justice. And as far as stress, and when we talk about stress, we got to talk about caffeine, because stress and caffeine is synonymous. One of the parts of the brain that takes the most damage, where most of the damage occurs in the brain due to stress, caffeine elicits the stress response, is the hippocampus. And the hippocampus is where our memory comes from. Stress literally annihilates neurons in the hippocampus. So people who have chronic stress, they've done brain scans, they have a smaller hippocampus. That's one of the parts of the brain that takes the most damage, is the hippocampus. That's why people who stressed out chronically, they have memory problems. Can't remember where they put their keys and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? Then what else can I say about the stress, caffeine? And you know you're addicted to caffeine because some people can't start their day without the morning cup of coffee. And if they don't get it, they're grouchy and they're angry. Classic sign of addiction. Withdrawals. You know, they wake up in the morning, they sluggish, they feel like crap. Why? Because they haven't had their fix. And people will tell you, do not approach me unless I have my cup of coffee. That's not an addiction. It does a lot of damage to the body, man, because it lowers your stress threshold. Everybody has a stress threshold where they could tolerate so much until it breaks down. But caffeine lowers that. It incapacitates your ability to handle stress as far as daily life. Like if you don't drink caffeine and you're in a traffic jam, you might be a little irritated, but you're going to be like, it is not that big of a deal. But if you wired off 2 or 3 cups of coffee and you're stuck in a traffic jam, you're going to freak out. You're going to have a panic attack. Because that caffeine is already causing stress hormones to course through your veins. You see what I'm saying? Any little thing to trigger a reaction. You know, an unnecessary reaction. You see what I'm saying? So stress, I mean, caffeine, it causes anxiety. You know, like I'm on my 20th day without caffeine, and I feel great. Like my social anxiety is almost non-existent. Like that was probably, I used to drink a lot of caffeine, and then I wonder why I have social anxiety. I mean, I still have social anxiety, but it's nowhere near like it used to be. Nowhere near like it used to be. You seen my previous videos when I was drinking 2 cups of coffee at once. Like I wasn't even thinking rationally. So I hope this video helped. And sorry that, you know, I was pausing a lot in the videos, and I seem to be going all over the place. But I'm still not comfortable yet doing these videos, man. I get nervous in front of the camera. So you think that I don't do these videos well, then so fucking what? Okay? I'm trying to get adjusted to doing videos. But if you don't believe what I'm saying, you could research yourself and you can look it up. Okay, Mike Davis, I'm out.